Outlaws of Thunder Junction just released, and with it came Satoru the Infiltrator. This card just oozes value when paired with Modern Horizons pitch elementals like Greif and Solitude. Add in some ephemerates, and we're going to be drawing so many cards. So let's take a closer look at this Esper Reanimator deck and see what makes it so strong. Alright, so Esper Reanimator. This list is a little different than the traditional Esper Reanimator list that runs Atraxa and Gristlebrand. This specific list is looking to do one of three things. First, we have our new card with Satoru the Infiltrator. So Satoru says, whenever he or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, if none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. So we actually have a bunch of ways to trigger Satoru. We can evoke Greif, we can evoke Solitude, we can evoke Subtlety, we can ephemerate one of these, we can not dead after all of them, and we can also cast Persist. So we have a lot of ways to trigger Satoru. What's really cool is when we have Satoru on the battlefield, even if we don't have an ephemerate or an undying effect, we can still pitch one of our elementals, still draw a card, so that way we're not going down as many cards for card disadvantage. It's similar to what elementals used to do with Risen Reef. So one of the three ways to win is just with value here. Another way is just turn one Greif Scam, having Solitude Scam, just kind of get the beatdowns in. And then the third way is reanimating an Archon with Persist. If we're not able to persist an Archon, the second best thing we can do is persist a Troll on turn 2. So we can cycle on turn 1 and then persist it on turn 2 and get the beatdowns in. We have 8 ways of getting Archon into the graveyard with Faithful Mending and Tainted Indulgence. And then if we're not casting those spells, we have 2 Surveil lands with Shadowy Backstreet and Undercity Sewers. So this deck has a lot going on, a lot of options you can make in the game, which makes it not the easiest deck to play. Sometimes you can just Greif Scam on turn 1 and it's that easy, but other times there's a lot of decision making with flashing back Mending, casting Satoru, or holding up certain mana for Tainted Indulgence end of turn, Faithful Mending end of turn. Just a lot of choices. For the sideboard, we have a little bit of everything. We have Prismatic Ending for exile effects, Leyline of the Void for graveyard decks, Thoughtseize typically for combo, Fairy for cascade, control matchups. Similar with Dovin's Veto, Force Negation. And then we have 2 Subtlety. We usually bring those in against Titan or Tron. So that's just a brief overview of Esper Satoru Reanimator. We actually streamed this league on Twitch. I couldn't get the chat to work on the screen, so it might look like I'm talking to myself, but I promise I wasn't. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube or following me on Twitch, feel free. All the links are down below. And let's get into the gameplay. All right, match 1. This is kind of like a 2-lander here. We have Ephemerate Solitude. Let's try this. Verdant Catacombs. I wonder if this is going to be like a Ragavan or something. Ragavan or Thoughtseize? What do we think? Probably going to Ephemerate this turn, and then they can't play another creature. We drew another Solitude, which is nice. Let's just pass. Hold up Ephemerate Solitude. We won't get the cycle. All right, so we're going to Solitude, pitching Ephemerate. Ephemerate, or Solitude the Monkey. Maybe they have a... which is why this might be better to do it on our turn. Oh, they don't. Okay. So now they can't cast another creature. Let's see what they do. All right, they just pass. See, this kind of time walks them if they were to cast another creature. And they didn't have the Bolt, which is nice. We're going to have to Swamp Cycle here. Get our Black Source. Get a Surveil land. Definitely want this on top. And we'll get them for 3. Hopefully they don't have like a Dash Ragavan or something like that. All right, they get a Surveil land themselves. And we do have Pitch Subtlety. We have Pitch Solitude. All right, they keep it on top. They have 3 black-red lands. They do have the casting Ragavan, not dashing it into Dorothy. So this is just Scam. Okay. Would love, let's Tainted Indulgence because of Dorothy. So we'll draw 2. We can't discard. We would want this land. I think we're going to discard Subtlety. I think we're just going to get in. If they want to block with Ragavan, they can. I don't think they're going to. We'll just pass. We can always Solitude. Does mess with our graveyard a little bit though. Get him for 5. I'm just going to fetch. Get a tap land here. Double blue, double white. See what they hit with Ragavan. Oh, they hit a Greif. That's awkward. All right, well, hopefully they just, if they hard cast Greif, we have to Solitude Dorothy, and then they just put Archon in the graveyard for us. Oh, they're pitching. Okay. It's interesting that that works like that. All right, we're going to evoke Solitude. Greif resolves. I wonder if they have a an Undying card. That was actually like a really good hit for them, because now we have like nothing. All right, they put Archon in the graveyard for us. Are they going to Undying it? Looks like they're gonna. We're on top deck mode. We would love a Persist. Persist is the best draw, obviously, right? All right, so they do Undying it. Not dead after all. Oh, it comes down. Yes! Oh man. What's it say? Target creature control under its owner's control. They did it. Oh man, that's awesome. And they scoop. Yes. That is amazing. So they learned something today, not to do that. So we want Leyline of the Void. What don't we want? Greif is medium, right? All right, so we want Leylines. What don't we want then? Maybe like Subtlety. Probably board out an Archon too. They're going to bring a lot of graveyard hate, I think. We want Pendings too. All right, so we have 1 land, but we have the Greif Ephemerate package. So we're going to keep this. Hopefully they don't have like Leyline or their own Greif. Bomb? Okay. Draw the Not Dead. Play a land, and then we'll make them pop this. All right, we'll stack it like this. Fable and Bowmasters. Definitely going to take Fable here. Well, not dead this. Make them pop this. So that way we have access to all this. And we have access to our graveyard. I wonder if they're going to know to pop it. Like when to pop it. All right, they did pop it. And we're fine with this exchange. We want our graveyard activated. They don't get to draw a card. They have Bowmasters, but we have all of this. Yeah, we're stuck on one land. They have 3 lands and a Bowmaster. All right, they're just going to main phase Bowmasters here. They have 2 lands and a mystery card in hand. We would love to draw a second land. At least we can get a blue source with this. I guess we're going to eat their board. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a surveil land and chill or just ephemerate their stuff. Probably just ephemerate their stuff, actually. But I can't with the mana, actually. All right, I guess we're just going to chill. Graveyard this, and I guess we'll pass. We have to do this before we mending anyway. Omnath on the shelf, yeah. Eventually. Playing all these newfangled decks with the new cards. All right, they should get in with these two. And hopefully they didn't draw anything. Could always play against the Menace. Match 1, game 2. Our opponent Greif the Ragavan to our Greif and then undying it, and it came back on our side and they scooped. Yeah, I don't know why the chat box isn't working. Hopefully they just play like a Delta and pass. They don't even play a land. Oh, we draw Satoru too. Oh man, we have to try to get this Satoru value. I'm gonna play out Satoru before we do all this stuff. I wish if we had a third land, this would be like the nuts. Like maybe they have removal for this, but they didn't play their land. They don't have removal. They play Marsh Flats. We still know about these 2 deltas. Oh man. All right, that's gonna happen. They take Ephemerate. Interesting take. So we can Solitude, Ephemerate, everything. They don't have any attacks at least. Oh, we got Mike Rada 6 with a YouTube sub. Thank you, Mike Rada. No funsies. Oh, yeah. Our opponent's playing pretty slow. Like we're only matching clock because we're messing with our stream here. Opponent's really taking their time. Because usually they have chat on, I mean, at least on the, yeah, it's weird that's not coming up. I don't know. And we have draw the worst card possible. So let's just do this now. We'll kill Bowmasters before we draw a Satoru. The only thing that sucks is we could draw like a flicker effect, but now we can't because we killed, or the way we stat. Oh my god, and we drew it too. It's fine. We didn't let them ping us and stuff, I guess. But still, that's funny we drew it. Discard Leyline and I guess Marsh Flats. I want these. I mean, I do want our third land for our mendings at some point, but fine. We'll get in. So awkward. No, we stacked it right so that way we didn't get pinged, but usually if Bowmasters wasn't there, we'd stack it so we could draw this Ephemerate intently. Ah, man. Okay. Well, we're still going to get the draw card. It doesn't really matter how we stack it. They can take the pending. All right, now we have no cards in hand. Yeah, keeping the land is a consideration. Fortunately, we drew one, but I do agree with that. All right, we'll get in for 2. Pass it back, and the end of turn, we'll just Faithful Mending. They play both deltas that we knew about. They're cracking this one too. Everyone Tomb for the green source tapped. For Seek the Beast. 2 cards. Did they reveal Ragavan Greif? They dash Ragavan. You think we should get a Surveil land instead of Ragavan hits us? Reveals Persist. It's like with Ragavan too, it's like you could Surveil and keep something dumb on top, or but if it's something that I want, I do want to get I think I want to get a basic here. Double white, double blue. Flashback Mending. Never mind, I'm stupid. For some reason, I was thinking we were keeping these cards. Yeah, that's, all right, well, man. Yeah, for some reason, I was thinking this was, what's it called? Not Faithful Mending. Do we know they have Ragavan in hand and this? So awkward. Yeah, so we should have got the Surveil land there. We would have been this. Put them 9 pass. We'll hold on to this, and we can decide if we want to Faithful Mending. All right, they cast Questing Druid. No choice now, yeah. All right, they get in with Ragavan. Hopefully no good hits. They hit a land. That's good. Ragavan back. I think we'll chill. Pending. Pending's a good draw. Get rid of this before it gets too big. Get in with Satoru. No ending at end step. And pass. Yeah, I don't want to... I want to at least have 2 cards in hand before I mend. I don't know. That could be greedy, and like we could just not care about this. All right, they dash Ragavan again. Pretty much drawing like 2 cards a turn with Ragavan. They get in with both, so that means they drew something of relevance. They hit another land. That's good. What they draw, though? Another Seek the Beast. Greif Fable. I feel like we're not going to win this one unless I don't even know what we could draw, honestly. They play Fable. Slipping away. We're going to put them to 5. Oh, they vote Greif. Hopefully no Undying effect. They exiled Thoughtseize to do that. It's going to cast this now. Going to pitch that. Get in for 2. Maybe these will draw us into something. I mean, we're going to take 5, go to 7. I think Indulgence, I think we need to find, like you said, like Persist, but we did board out 1 Persist and 1 Archon. 1 Archon. We just boarded out 1 Archon. All right, they dash Ragavan. They get in with the team, revealing, hopefully nothing absurd. Oh, Terminate. There's Persist. There's a Persist we could have, no. Okay, well, gonna Tainted Indulgence. Oh my god. All right, we just lose. Yeah, these draws are friggin' garbage. All right, we're on the play this time. We still have the ley lines, Satoru's. Trying to think if we want more pendings. Like maybe like one more pending for something. Greif's like not the greatest. Like it's just a terrible top deck. All right, on the play this time. 5 lands and not a lot, so we're gonna mull this. Oh man, nah, this is a mulligan also. 1 land and just like nothing going on. All right, we have to keep this. Put back a Satoru. I don't know, one of these? Could put back Ephemerate. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll put back Persist. Get some surveillance going on. Mulliganing 2/5 against Scam is pretty lights out. A Shotgun a Blood Crypt or Thoughtseize. Yep. Take our Indulgence. And apparently we F6, so we couldn't surveil. So that's awkward. Because we would have put that in the yard. Well, that wouldn't have been on top, but... Alright, well that's awkward. I guess we just play it and pass. Not looking good. Alright, they have the Terminate. We have another Ephemerate. I mean, I guess I'd take a Greif here. Something to pitch to Archon. See if they have the Fable. Draw a land. Definitely surveil with this one. Alright, they get him with Goblin Shaman. Hopefully nothing else. 5 mana. Thoughtseize, sure. Nothing they can really take. They take 1 Ephemerate. And they Greif. Got a surveil land. Persist. I'm gonna keep that on top. I think that's just gonna need to be our only win con. We're gonna have to like persist Archon. And like, yeah, we don't have it right now, but we can draw something to discard this. All right, they get him for 5. We like need it this turn. I don't even know, to be honest, because they're just going to copy Greif and we're going to lose. Solitude, yeah, so awkward. Yeah, we can't win here. We could like persist something, but all right, welcome to match 2. All right, we have Greif Scam with 2 lands. We're going to keep this. Go Marsh Flats. Get a Water Grave. Vote Greif. Ooh, vote Greif. Pitching a Persist. We're up against Glimpse combo. Fortunately, we get to take both of their cascade effects and they have just Glimpse in hand. But we can easily lose to this. So they play Stomping Ground and pass. Draw an Archon and we'll pass. We would love to, I guess, draw another Persist so we can pitch this Archon. They play Misty and crack it for Steam Vents untapped. They draw... Oh, they're going to suspend Glimpse, sure. I think we could still get a surveil land here. What been that? A land right this second. Saturu's decent. 4, 5, 6. It's not going to change the clock. We'll start with Mending. See if we draw lands. No. To draw a Troll in this. We'll bend this and maybe we'll get lucky and draw Persist. Maybe we should have just played out this Satoru so that way... Well, no, did they draw? Oh, they did draw it. All right, let's see if they're Casino. They are Casino. So we either win or we lose here. They hit an Archon. That's awkward. Pitch a Troll. Need a white card. All right, we're going to have to Faithful Mend into a white card, I guess. Pretty awkward. All right, we did. Cast Solitude. Pass the turn. Probably not winning this one. They're at 15 now. We have no cards in hand, and they can just rebuild. Yeah, we just had they just like had to not hit a Cascader. Ugh. Okay, well, if we draw this, then I guess we're pretty good. All right, they got a lucky draw. We got a lucky draw. They're gonna cast Glimpse on 2. They're gonna have 2 spins. Nothing. Okay, good. And say if they get lucky twice, they're cracking Misty for another surveil land. Yeah, put Omniscience in the graveyard, and they scoop. Okay. Yeah, if we lost to that would have been sad. Just got Greif their entire hand, and they still get there. All right, so easy pendings out. Thoughtseize, Veto, Teferi. Subtleties out. Solitude's like decent in this matchup just because it kills some of the fatties. Like 1 Archon, 1 Not Dead. Try that. I mean, this hand is pretty lame. We have turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Mending. It's like a fine hand, but do we want something better? Turn 1 Thoughtseize, hopefully to get something. Guess we'll try it. Again, it's not the worst. Could be a little slow. Opponent's mulliganing a lot, so hopefully Thoughtseize will take their only Cascade card. Opponent's on 3. I wonder if they'll just scoop. We've played this deck a lot before too, so we know how it's literally a luck deck. So we either get it or not. It doesn't look like they're getting it. Oh, they start with a ley line, so I'm glad we didn't mull to something crazy. Persist. Yeah, I mean if they're gonna mull to nothing, Leyline Colony Garden's a pretty good start. Get our surveil lands. Get Sewers. Mending value into the graveyard. We would love a counter spell. Get like a Force Negation or something with this Mending. Oh, we can put Archon in the yard. And unfortunately, Leyline protects against Archon as well, which is pretty funny. Maybe we can get like a Teferi going on. Let's get Godless Shrine. Mending. Put Archon. Watery Grave. And we'll pass back. See if they have the Cascader. They put Iona in the graveyard. They could just go like land Shardless and get a good glimpse in. They had the nuts on 3. Good for them. Let's see if they hit. 3 lands and 2 ley lines now. So we're never getting through this at least, but now they have nothing. Oh, there's the Force. All right, at least we'll have that for later. So we actually don't have blue card for Force. 6, 12, 18. I mean, I guess we just persist this anyway. I can't target, but it's like whatever. Could be a 3-turn clock depending on their fetches. And then if they do Glimpse and they get rid of these ley lines. We have Ephemerate on Archon. We have Thoughtseize. If somehow they don't hit that. Looks like they did hit something. Wow, they did. All right, let's see what they get this time. Protection from creatures. Yeah, it sucks we didn't have the pitch card. Yeah, they have protection. Ugh. That's so awkward. No, they have like the perfect hit too. Just like doesn't matter. Yeah, we just lose. Super unlucky. All right, let's try again. Like we said, that deck either just gets super lucky or does nothing. They needed 3 spins to do it. And the only way we can get rid of Leyline is with Teferi. All right, on the play. We'll keep this. We have Force. We have a little bit of everything. See if they have the Leyline. All right, they're mulliganing a lot. Again, not that it matters because this deck can just win on the spot. And they have the Leyline. All right, no plays turn 1. They Surveil. The Surveil lands are like a huge addition to this deck. Maybe we'll play something like this later on with the Surveil lands. Majora and Surveilling. Get Underwater Sewers. Persist. We don't need another one. Marsh Flats. I don't think if we Mending or Infiltrate. I feel like Infiltrator is not going to do much, especially with Leyline out. So I think we'll Mending. We'll save Forest for Satoru. Get Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Faithful Mending. Probably going to discard Thoughtseize and whatever else we draw. Thoughtseize. Ephemerite's not the greatest. Probably discard those. Looking to, I guess, find some trolls for beatdown. I don't know here. They just play Land and Pass. We'll play Land and Pass as well. We can hold up Hardcast Force. And also, if we are going to Force, you could have an argument for just playing the island so we can use this to Surveil. Like, they have to have something, right? Put an Archon in the yard. We're assuming they're going to go land, like, Shardless. Stomping Ground tapped. Oh, love to see that. Get Backstreet. Troll into the graveyard. That's a good one. Play Island, Persist Troll. We still have Forest, Pitch Satoru. Next turn we can play Satoru and hold up Force. Temple Garden, tapped. Got him on a 4-turn clock. Tainted Indulgence. That's another blue card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get him for 5. Play Tainted Indulgence. Oh, Veto's good, actually. This card. I feel like we want to keep Persist for just, like, stuff to do, right? Discard Mending. Play the land. If they don't do anything, we can Mending end of turn, I guess. Veto's just great. We can just hold up counters forever now, I guess. Play, get Watergrave tapped. Out to Teferi. And they just scooped it to Teferi. Okay. We can reveal our hand. We just have, like, the nuts here with this. And, like, they finally didn't get lucky and just draw their nuts. All right, cool. 1-1. All right, welcome to match 3. And this hand sucks, right? We just have a lot of dig and undying effects, but nothing going on. I think we can do better. We kind of want like an intense starting hand or kind of like an impactful. This is also pretty bad. Put back 1 Ephemerate. I mean, we can, if we want, Persist Troll on turn 2. We're up against Affinity. I don't know if I want to do that against Affinity. It's not going to do much. Persist in the graveyard. Currently $5. That's not bad, actually. All right, let's just play out Satoru. Double black, double blue. I know this is instant speed, but I just want to do this now, especially to, there we go. To play around Metallic Rebuke. It's being tricky. It's actually 7. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I feel like it'll settle around there. It's only a rare as well, so it's not like it's absurd. All right, Tangle Root into Pithing Needle. What do we think they're gonna needle? Is there anything that we have that we care about that could be needled? Maybe they name like a fetch land or something. Oh, they do name a fetch land. They name Delta. All right, we'll play this. Persist Archon. See if they scoop to this. And then we just have like Ephemerate. I don't know how they're gonna. That's 1 start. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Makes a dude. But they can Surveil, or they scry 2. And then if something with CMC 3 or greater enters. So if they have like a dude, a Frogmite makes an artifact. I'm just gonna blink this now. Draw another Persist. And they scoop. Okay. Yeah, like we could just untap and attack. Or we could just like double Ephemerate and wipe their board. I think it's like a win-win. But maybe that's a little too aggressive. All right, against Affinity. We don't have any like strict artifact removal, unfortunately. They're gonna have Graveyard Hate, which sucks. They're gonna have a lot of Graveyard Hate. So like I kind of like shaving down on a Persist and Archon. Subtlety's really not the greatest here either. I wonder if Thoughtseize is decent. Teferi's medium, because they have a lot of ETB stuff. We could bounce Constructs and Sagas. Let's go 1-1. No thank you to this hand. What the heck? This hand. I mean, we'll keep this. Been a Solitude. They are a heavy creature deck, so at least they're going to take their time, maybe. Memnite, go, whatever. The Solitudes are hopefully going to hit just other creatures, other constructs. Obviously, they're creatures. They play an Island, Springleaf Drum. If they don't attack, they have Rebuke up. 2 mana for what? Stone of Eric. Okay, that's fine. This only stops Not Dead and Spellbomb. Got a Surveil land. Thoughtseize. Kind of played everything. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it on top just to see what we're dealing with. They could have like played everything out, and now they have like a, definitely want to get rid of the synthesizer. Play Flooded Strand and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can play the companion this turn if they want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They play the companion. They don't even attack. Get another surveil land. We'd love like a pending maybe. Don't need another land. Why does he have menace? I don't know, man. He has menace and that ability, and he's a 2/3. I guess because he's 2 different colors, which makes it, quote, like, harder to cast. If a creature would die, exile it instead. So awkward. Guess that's Tainted Indulgence here. Been a Solitude, because I want to force him to pop this. These are both really annoying, because they can just disrupt whatever we're doing. Take 5 here. I don't know why they're not attacking with this. They have, like, the mana to do everything. Another Frogmite. Tainted Indulgence. Blue, black. All right, play a land. We'll Persist, Solitude, make them pop stone, and then we can Tainted Indulgence. The reason Greif isn't that good in this matchup is because they play all their stuff out. Oh, they just did nothing. Oh, I thought they were returning Solitude to hand. I was like, what? Oh, okay, that's fine with us. I'm just tempted to just take that now. It's whatever, I guess. We could take it. We could take it to Indulgence now. I don't know. There's like a lot of plays, but they just basically bounce their own thing for block here. And then we'll do this. If they want to pop the stone, then like we gotta make them do it. Unless they have like Rebuke or something right now. Oh, I'm stupid. Never mind. Oh God, I forgot I persisted it, so that just does nothing. Oh, and they have the synthesizer too. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. This is why we need our pendings to get rid of all this. All right, they pass. We draw Troll. I mean, I guess we're just gonna hard cast Reef and take the thing out of their hand anyway. So it sucks. Whatever they play now is just gonna be a huge creature. Yeah, like that's the best draw top deck possible. Make a construct, get a 2/2 and draw 2 cards. End Cage. Yeah, I don't think we're beating this. I don't know how. Satoru. Let's start with pitch Greif, play land, go get a swamp. We'll play this out a little bit, but I don't foresee us winning this. They have Cage and Synth. They have all these cards in hand, but nothing to cast. Yeah, not having like dedicated graveyard or dedicated artifact hate is really punishing. Springleaf Drum, and then they have another synthesizer, which triggers the other one. Yeah, there's no way we're winning with this. We'll take a draw step. Put 2 to the bottom. It's a fairy. That would have been good like a while ago. Can bounce this. No, there's no way. They're also at 20. All right, do we want forces instead of forces for a synthesizer? I think we just have to hope like they don't draw them. But they drew all the graveyard hate, they just kind of drew all their good stuff against us. So it is what it is. All right, on the play this time. All right, I mean, we have the Greif Scam. I guess we'll keep. We also mulled to like a really weird 6 that game, I guess. Like a heavy Solitude hand that just didn't work out. Put us on 5, making it a little easier for us. Get a Water Grave. Yeah, look at this. Tormod's Crypt and Grafdigger's Cage and Frogmite. An enchantment, artifact, or creature with flying. Oh, they kept a no-lander too. We'll take Frogmite and I guess Tormod's Crypt. So they have no lands. They did not draw a land. Get in with Greif. We'll pass. We'll just use this to surveil. Can also put Troll in the yard here. Pump Cycle. Just get lands out of our deck and then we'll surveil. Satoru. Yeah, why not? It's a creature. It increases the clock. Then we can play Marsh Flats. Get another surveil and pass. Maybe they just never draw a land. A lot of their lands are tap lands anyway, so if they do, all right, and they just concede. Dude, what is this league? All right, so this is one of those like awkward hands where it's just like a whole lot of nothing. Like we have our lands, we have our dig. Again, so it's a whole lot of nothing, but it's just like, it just needs one. It needs a Persist, a Greif, like it just needs one card and then it's like an amazing hand. Against Burn, we have the Mendings, so that's pretty good. Turn 1 Lava Spike. We always play against Burn at least once in a league. Troll, play Marsh Flats, go. Definitely gonna have to get our Surveil on and then Mending, hopefully find a Persist. Play Advantage, pass. Underwater Sewers, or Undercity Sewers. Troll to the graveyard. Play this, pass. We want them to tap out before we Mending because we don't want to get skull cracked. We don't know if people usually play like 2 main deck. They have to do something end of turn, right? Like Boris Charm or Helix or something. Maybe they just like skull crack end of turn. Boris Charm. Okay, well Mending now. God, no white cards. Put Archon and go to 18, go down to 14. Yeah, we just need a Persist. The Mendings will help a little bit, gain 4 life, but a Persist just wins the game. Putting it deep in the tank. Sunbaked Canyon. I like that they're playing a lot of lands here. Lava Spike, maybe Skewer, and a Helix. All right, down to 8. I mean, we're gonna Greif Scam. They have a Bolt. Do we want this Greif or do we just want a Mending? I think we're just gonna Mending. Let's get a Swamp with this. We can always get a Surveil land. I'm trying to think if we want to keep Solitude, I guess, for hardcast. So awkward. We've seen a third of our deck almost and no persists. The only reason it's good to keep the Greif around is to block if they draw a creature. But they should start cracking lands. Yeah. They play the Islet we knew about. Maybe they crack that too. Yes. Draw the Persist. Hopefully they don't draw the Skull Crack. They would have had to have drawn it within the 2 cards this turn. Oh my god, they drew it? That's so obnoxious. But they still can't win. They're not going to have any cards in hand. But that's so funny they drew the Skull Crack. See if they drew another land or a spell. They still have to discard. They drew a land. Yeah, they can't win regardless though. I guess they'd have to draw like another Skull Crack and then something else. I don't know. All right, we're going to go to 5 and surveil. Pending in the yard. They're not conceding. Satoru. If they drew another Skull Crack, I'm gonna flip out. Especially because we're not drawing any white cards to pitch the Solitude. So we're gonna have to like, we might actually have to shock in Watergrave and Solitude our own Archon because we might lose otherwise. Oh, Helix. Okay. All right, so we have the Ephemerate now, the Ephemerate Archon. Let's start with our draw step. Actually, let's just do it now. No point in waiting. Gain more life, and we can Tainted Indulgence. Draw another white card. All right, and they scoop. Yeah, I was gonna say if I don't know. Maybe they just didn't know, but they were like thinking they could do something with Helix, but maybe hoping when you went down to 3 or something. All right, so against Burn, we have like counter spells, I guess, but nothing really. Like Subtleties, not the greatest. I want these. Pending's decent. Obviously, we want full Archons. I mean, we could take out the Pendings, but if they have like a creature start and we don't have Solitudes, we also want Pendings for what's it called? Vortex. Veto's, I don't know, maybe Veto's medium? Brief, Persist, Solitude. I don't know. I just like love all these cards. Like I love the dig to try to get the Persists for Archon. I don't know. Maybe we'll try without the Persist or Prismatic Endings and see. We have a couple games to think about it. I mean, we have Greif Scam, but against Burn, how much do we care? Let's try it. Why not? Maybe they'll go like creature first and we can get them. But this is also a pretty bad start if they just go land go. But usually they don't do that. Maybe like Swift Spear or Lava Spike. All right, unfortunately we have to fetch Shock here. We need Hallowed Fountain. Hopefully this pays off. And then we'll take Bar's Charm. Because they're not going to be able to cast both, so we're going to be able to steal one at least. Going to Shock in Foundry. And then they'll probably Skullcrack us, and then we'll take Skewer. Yeah, they Skullcrack us. And then Tainted Indulgence we're looking for. All right, and they just scoop. I don't know what's going on in this league. I'll take it though. Take the free wins. Why not? All right, welcome to the final match. We're on the draw. And this hand could be anything. We have a Surveil, we have Mendings. It's not the greatest. Let's try it. Again, all we need is a Persist and we're pretty good. Let's see if we're actually up against the black deck like we said. No. All right, well at least we have the Subtlety. We're assuming this is Titan, which we would love to have Greif Scam as soon as possible. We like never beat Titan. They just like always have it. But our deck's pretty good against Titan if we can get the Solitudes for Titan. We have the Subtleties for it. Explore. Ours is Saga. Sure. All right, so there's the guaranteed Amulet at some point. Get Backstreet. Marsh Flats into the yard. Definitely going to want a Mending. We're going to Mending end of their turn. Definitely looking, we're going to put Archon in the graveyard. Definitely looking for Persist within the next like 4 draws. All right, Saga on 2. Dryad. Yeah, Dryad's fine. I don't want a Subtlety Dryad. Whatever at this point, I think. We're looking for Solitude. We're looking for Persist. Because we know that they're going to have like Titan in hand or Pact in hand. And it's just like, we're dead. There's Solitude. Go back land that. Again, would love we're drawing too many lands. Would love a Persist. I'm gonna shock this in and pass, I guess. What sucks too is if they have Pact, they have the green to pay for it and everything. Another downside is we're going to, if we pitch here, we don't have anything to pitch to Solitude. Oh, they make a construct. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess that means they don't have the Titan if they're making a construct. They play the Forests, Rot Farm, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it doesn't look like they have it. 3, 4, 5. Another Dryad. Hopefully not a third Dryad. A third Dryad. Okay. Jesus. All right. So we're definitely taking hits no matter what. I should have been keeping track of how many lands they played though. Solitude these in response. All right. So they have like no real cards in hand. So let's cast this. We're going to Ephemerate. Let's get rid of all the Dryads. And then at our upkeep, we can get rid of the third one. We can put up Subtlety. All right, 3 Dryads down. Oh, there's Persist. Oh, baby. I mean, they could still Titan us, I guess. But we have to play the Persist. So top deck Titan or bust. No Titan. All right. All right. So against Titan, we want Pendings, Thoughtseize, Subtleties. What don't we want? Our deck's like pretty solid into this. Do we 100% want subtleties? We definitely want like all this. Yeah, I have no idea what to board out here. Everything is just like fantastic. What do they have? Or what does Titan run in these days, I guess? Like, would they bring in defense crit against this stuff? Grafdigger's Cage, Turn the Earth. Maybe like shave some Satorus because we're gonna need to be fast and we can't really mess around. Like 1/1, Thoughtseize, Pending. I don't know. Let's try that. It's really hard to sideboard into Titan. Like, we want everything. So this hand's good into turn 1 Amulet. Let's try it. Good into Amulet. We have Surveil. We have Subtlety here. Hopefully they go like turn 1 Amulet. Saga. This can go get Hallowed Fountain. And that's a good draw too for some dig. Pending into Amulets. Yeah, like we could mulligan for like Greif Scams and stuff like that, but this isn't the worst. What sucks is that when this pops off, it just gets an Amulet on their turn and we don't have time to pending it. Castle Garenbrig tapped and pass. So now we got to figure out if we want a Satoru or Tainted Indulgence. Is this a known list? I did say hi. It's okay. It's pretty much the list that won, I think, a challenge or topped a challenge or something like that, minus like a card or two that I just didn't care for. But it's just like a pretty generic like Esper Reanimator Flicker deck, just jamming Satoru in there. Let's play Satoru. I think that's fine. I just don't want to play Satoru and they like dismember it, and then we're gonna have to pitch Subtlety to Tainted, but then we'll at least get to draw a card with Satoru. You Stonebrain the tracks. Yeah, I mean it's correct. Like, or should you Stonebrain what's it called? The Reanimator card. All right, they get an Amulet of Vigor. I mean, they could play Dryad into. They can't play Titan this turn, I'm pretty sure. They could play Dryad, the Ring. Okay, well, that's annoying. Can't do anything about that. Goryo's is the card I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's a good one. Turn 2 Ring on the play. Pretty hard to beat, especially when they have their upkeep stop for no reason. Isn't their mana awful now? I mean, they have Golgari Rot Farm, and they're going to be drawing a million cards. So if it's awful now, we're a pretty slow deck, so they have time to just... They're also stuck at their upkeep for whatever reason. Maybe they don't realize? I don't know. Ephemerate. All right, let's... Pending this... Play Flooded Strand and pass, and then we can decide if we want to get a Surveil land or Tainted Indulgence probably. They draw with the Ring. Kind of wish we had like Bowmasters in the sideboard or something. That'd be pretty sick. Relic of Progenitus and Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. They came prepared. I didn't even think Titan played these cards. All right, let's Surveil. Archon to the graveyard. Well, see that now that's awkward because they can exile. Well, we have Ephemerate actually, so let's grief them. Doesn't actually go to the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. My money's on you, destroy them, thank you. And we get to draw with this. We actually get to draw twice, so this is actually pretty sweet. Draw an Archon, not sweet. Wow. All right, take the Ring. I mean, I guess we're gonna Ephemerate just for the pressure, and we get to draw a card. Another Ephemerate. It kind of sucks they don't have anything to take, and it sucks that this is a tap land because we could Ephemerate on their upkeep, but they're going to draw so many cards that it's not going to matter. And we also don't have Subtlety if they draw Titan, but they'd have to draw more than just that, obviously. Play this tap land. Solitude. I think I want Solitude. I don't know. Or maybe I should be digging for a blue card, actually. Let's get him for 2. Maybe that's like playing too safe. But we can always Ephemerate Greif at their next like upkeep. Yeah, we could draw that blue card. They Relic us. I've never seen Titan play this many graveyard hate cards, though. And the fact that they drew all of them, or they might have gotten one with Saga, but they drew the other, I guess. Draw 3 cards, up to 9 cards in hand, most of them lands. Play a Dryad, Rot Farm, pick up Forest. What's cool is that both of these have Menace as well. Another question is, I guess we have to Ephemerate this. I was going to say we could attack for 5, but I think we should grief them and draw a card. Like, we're going to lose out 3 damage, but I think it's correct. And we draw with Satoru again. Oh, there's the Solitude we knew about. Summoner's Pact, Dryad. We'll take Summoner's Pact, right? Yeah, because they could pay for it. Draw Thoughtseize. I don't think we can play the Thoughtseize. I think we have to keep Subtlety up. We could Thoughtseize, take Dryad. That's not going to do much. We kind of just want them to use their entire turn, I guess, to play a Titan. They're down to 10. There's Titan. Taking our time. Yeah, Subtlety. No Satoru value. They're going to take 4 from the Ring. They're going to go down to 6. And we also have Ephemerate on... Oh, we actually just win this turn. Never mind. We win. We attack for 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they take damage from the ring and they lose. They go to 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're exactly dead. All right, they pass the turn. Another subtlety, just to add insult to injury. All right, attack with everything. Also have Archon with Ephemerate. Yeah, I mean, Archon, well, I don't know how we're going to get Archon into play without the Graveyard Hate, unless you mean subtlety with Ephemerate. So we attack, they die. Even if they cast Titan next turn, we have subtlety for the Titan again. If we didn't have subtlety, we could Ephemerate subtlety when they cast Titan, target that. We just have a million ways to win. Damn, we went 4-1, losing to some weird games. All right, so that was Esper Satoru Reanimator in Modern. As you guys saw, the deck was pretty sweet. The only game we lost was when we just kind of did nothing. Either we didn't draw anything and our opponent drew pretty well that game. There were a couple weird games with Burn and Affinity just conceding or like mulliganing really weirdly, but we take those free wins. I think this deck's pretty powerful. It's different than the typical Esper Reanimator build. And then, like you guys saw that last game, Satoru just drew a million cards. The Satoru value was, the value train was there. And then the sideboard, just a little bit of everything. I liked it. It covered pretty much anything except for Artifact Hate, which ending covers, but there's no like dedicated Artifact Hate. So maybe we could throw something in there, but the whole deck just kind of covers that as it is anyway. But yeah, definitely a fun deck. Give it a try. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time. Peace.